title of her speech is I Love the Educational Journey. I love the educational journey. Let's give Mary Horne a big hand.
Extra, read all about it. Read all about the fact that Mary Horne is in the newspaper. And she's telling us why I love the educational journey. So I'm going to put this over here for your convenience. For $4, you can buy a copy. What a bargain basically is. I love the educational journey. It all began in Mobile, Alabama in the 50s. However, I don't remember much of the 50s. I do remember going to my grandpa's house though, because my mother was his caretaker. And this guy was a handful. I tell you, what he did was everybody that came to his house, he threatened to shoot. My mother would stare him down and say, "Oh, no, you won't." And he would say, "Yes, I will." And she would walk a little closer as she was talking to him and say, "Daddy, you know I love you. I just want to come over here and clean up and feed you." And he would say, "My house is clean. I don't need nobody cleaning my house." And she would say, "Yes, you do. Look around. For the moment that you're in the presence of your mind, check it out. You got newspapers stacked up to the window. You got cartons of food that I bought you earlier, still in the same place, on the end tables, on the coffee tables. I think it's a pity and a shame, but I didn't come over here to argue with you. I just want you to know that I love you, and I just want to make sure you're okay." That was an educational experience for me because that taught me how to treat people, particularly older people. When I was in elementary school, I used to write in the sand. How many of you have ever taken the time to write in a body of sand or on a plot of land? Let me see a show of hands. Particularly on the beach, right? Walking on the beach with your honey. And you got all these things going on inside you, and one of the things is writing in the sand. And if you're on the beach, what happens? The water washes what you wrote away. Well, in my particular situation in Mobile, Alabama, and sometimes I wrote in the red clay dirt, which was always soft and nice to write in. But in my situation, my cousins, my friends, my acquaintances would erase what I wrote. And I would just beat them up, okay? Literally. It wasn't a conversation, it was just a matter of poking them and punching them, and they're looking like, "What'd you hit me for?" Well, I interpreted them erasing what I wrote as disturbing my dreams, my hopes, my aspirations. I couldn't have that. So at an early age, I learned what I perceive as important. Other people might not necessarily perceive it that way. When I got to be in junior high school, a whole lot of shaking going on. You know, at lunchtime, we used to have dances where you paid $1. And we had 2 lunch breaks, one for the junior high and one for the senior high. Because my high school, I say junior high and high school combined, was 7th through the 12th grade. So because I like to party hard, I sneaked out. Went to, because I was only in the 7th grade, went to the 7th grade dance, and it was for a fundraiser. And the fundraiser had to do with buying band uniforms. We had majorettes, we had football games, and so we needed money to donate toward that cause, to make sure at halftime everybody was not only stepping high, but looking good. So what I would do, like I say, go to both dances, had a good time. Studies weren't hard, so what I would do was just, instead of doing homework at night, listen to music so I could have the steps ready the next day. Because we had dances every day, Monday through Friday each week, from what seemed months and days, but it probably was like 6 months at a time. But for a teenager, a puberty-stricken child, you know, a child that lived to dance. So it was fun for me. And as an adult in college, same thing going on. I lived in the cafeteria. You know why? Because they had biz games. I don't even know how to make a book, but I had my crushed velvet boots, my micro mini tunic tops because the skirts weren't short enough. You know how you have, your wife has pants tops and it's matching with her pants. The top matches the pants. Well, I didn't wear the pants. I wore the tunic top. Okay. Lived in the cafeteria, had a good time. All is part of the journey, educational journey. And those are the reasons why I fell in love with it, because I had a good time. What I like about it, and another reason why I love the educational journey, is I always have an opportunity to start all over again. It's a never-ending battle because learning is continuous. Thank you.